Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to a special episode of Digital Caveman Presents. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman. And today I will be presenting a bonus video, Build-A-Figure Strong Guy from the Strong Guy Build-A-Figure Marvel Legends Wave, in his X-Factor costume. Thanks for watching my videos. I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. I am very, very grateful for it. So keep on watching and I'll keep on thanking you. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, and don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified when my future content becomes available. Or rather, when my new content becomes available in the future. But with all that said, let's get into it. Now, generally, at this point in Digital Caveman Presents, we would take a look at the packaging, but seeing as how he's a Build-A-Figure, and we've already gone through all the other figures that the pieces came in, that was his packaging, and I'm not going to go through all those packages again. So we just are skipping the package portion and we'll go straight into taking a look at Guido Strong Guy. And let's take a look at the sculpt. That is exactly what I remember Strong Guy looking like from those issues of X Factor when they changed up the team. So that's a look. Nice yellows, nice red eggs, the little white curly hair, the red glasses. He's smiling because usually he was a smiley guy. They could have got a little bit of silver right here for the zipper, but whatever. Nice belt, straps for the wrists, straps at the ankles, and the top portion is much larger than the legs, and that's the way he's supposed to look. Now, he has no accessories, but he doesn't because, you know, he's just a big old powerhouse. So let's take a look. He can look up. None, really? He can look down that far. With a little work, because of the collar, the head will go all the way around. And he does have a slight bit of waggle. Arms all the way around. And we'll give you 90 degrees at the shoulder. Only a single jointed elbow. And it gives you not quite 90 degrees, it doesn't look like. Rotation at the wrist and a hinge for in and out movement, and same on the other side, in and out hinge. He has a cut right here. And that's his ab crunch, and he can ab crunch down that far and back that far, and it will give him 360 degrees rotation. Nothing at the waist because of this cut. Legs will go apart that far. And he can kick up that far and back that far because his butt gets in the way. Then he has a cut here. Well, this is actually where the leg attaches, but anyway, it allows for rotation at the upper thigh. He does have a double jointed knee, and we'll give you that much. Nothing at the shin, so no rotation there. Then at the ankle, he will go down that far and up that far, and forward facing pin for lots of rocker. And that does it for a look at Strong Guy. And now it is time for some comparisons, my friends. And first of all, G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Infantry. And I'm not going to run through the whole wave because if you watch the other videos, you've seen the whole Build-A-Figure wave with Strong Guy here. Star Wars The Black Series Elite Squad Trooper. And here he is with the only other member of X Factor, that version of X Factor that I have currently, Jamie Madrox, the Multiple Man. And now let's take a look at Strong Guy with some other Marvel Legends heavy hitters. And here he is with Colossus of the X-Men. And here he is with the ever-loving blue-eyed thing, Ben Grimm of the Fantastic Four. And with the Incredible Hulk of sometimes the Avengers, sometimes the Defenders, but most of the time by himself. And last but certainly not least, the unstoppable Juggernaut. He's so unstoppable, he knocked down Strong Guy during his own review. So as you can see, this Juggernaut figure is quite large. And that does it for the comparisons, my friends. And for final thoughts on Strong Guy, also known as Guido. The first time I remember seeing this guy in the comic books, he was a bodyguard for the rock star Lila Cheney, who was secretly a mutant and had extragalactic teleportation powers, I believe. Something like that. She was a teleporter, I'm pretty sure. And at some point, he decided to not pursue that anymore and joined X Factor. Where he fought with them for a long time, I think almost to the end of the series, and he ended up in a coma or something. It's been a while since I've read those, so I don't remember exactly. But as far as the figure goes, this is a nice representation of the figure. He's nice and large like he is supposed to be, like he was in the comic books. Big arms, big chests, The leg's not as big as the rest of him, out of proportion, but that's Guido. And that does it for the review. Thanks for watching. I do really appreciate each and every single view that I do receive. Thank you, and thank you. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, and don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. See you next time.